Microaggression with division, sweep it across our nation. Between Monsanto and Comcast, you know it's easy to brainwash the sheep and poison the plantation. Any questions?
Seeing no questions, thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else?
I got one more. Sorry. One more thing. I'm sorry, I won't take up too much of your time. To sit in and lead by an example, this is how we do it.
No. No.
Inspector Parker.
Free the herb, baby. Rastafari, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the Black Messiah.
Bye, Jimmy.
Move to adjourn.
Hey everybody, hope you guys enjoyed that little intro. Nice little Hexkin there, wearing his cool Hexkin cat at the council meeting. And you got some of you may have seen it before, but it's pretty funny. So let's go. We've got Magic Carpet Ride in the house today. Of course, Magic Carpet Ride has launched their MRC369 token for all those that sacrificed. You would have got your airdrops. And only just a little while ago, a couple of hours ago, they launched their main staking platform. Went from testnet to mainnet, and that is Buffett staking. And of course, we're going to cover that later in the live stream. Wait for that. That's up in our project updates in the second half of the live stream. And then we're also going to give updates about other projects, 4 or 5 projects, including Pulse Launch, which is a sacrifice project, pretty big one, big backers behind that. So we're going to be having a quick check-in and update on that one too, as well as the upcoming one, big sacrifice project, PDAY, which is artificial intelligence and a lot of other features coming up in PDAY. So I think you guys are going to enjoy that too. And of course, we're going to round up with one of my favorites, PSD Algo, which is opening up as well. So some really top tier sacrifice projects open at the moment on Pulsechain. Man, it's going to be a lot of fun. Big shout out to Sandy Beach. Sandy Beach is in the house there. Let's have a look at Sandy Beach. There we are. Hi, Hex Token, everybody. Good to see you. Archie in the house as well. Hi, all. Good to see Archie also. Big shout out there. Brennan in the house there. Our TA Guru. Howdy, Superman and family. I think we've sort of got True Blue as well. Hex Enthusiast. Hey, Mr. Consistent, and everybody else in the chat. Nice one there, True Blue. I think I've got all the comments there. Who else is Joey Torres in the house there? Hi, all. Good to see you, Joey. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it's Sunday now. It's Monday, of course, down under here in New Zealand, Australia, and the Pacific Islands. And yeah, just the way it goes. Different days, different times. We are broadcasting from the future, which is kind of cool. Light one up for the homies. Yeah, that video is so funny at the beginning. You got to love his hat, don't you? So if you guys didn't notice, he was wearing a hat. You can see his hat.
Division, sweep it across our.
So nice little Hexkin beanie there. So pretty cool. I think people are trying to work out who he is. I don't know if they know who he is, but pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. All right, let's go. We got a few other updates today, so it's gonna be really fun. Let's get it straight into it. We got no stock market, of course. It is tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow. But let's start off with the crypto market as we stand at the moment. Have a look at that. All right, so let's bring that in. See how everything is going on the old crypto. Everything's going pretty well. I mean, Bitcoin there moving back up 1.47% to $63,000. The Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 51.21%. Ethereum there at the moment up 1.8% to 3,486. It's looking pretty strong, just below 3,500. Remember, all-time highs for Bitcoin in the last bull market were 69 for BTC. So we're only, 6,000 away from that at the moment. I think we got to 65, didn't we? Pretty close. And Ethereum there, 4,900. So Ethereum's got a long way to go. Yeah, but we got some pretty bullish news. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Dogecoin happened to be up here doing quite well. So 8.8 up 8.6% to 15.5 cents. A lot of the meme coins have been doing well. Now people are expecting meme coins to do pretty well in this bull market. Especially the big brand name ones and a couple of new ones. Typically, you know, they're easy to onboard, right? They're big onboarding tokens, so they're pretty easy to do. That's why some of the big meme coins do so well. So Pepe there up 33% at 506. So it'd be interesting to see what the corresponding ones look like on the old Pulsechain, right? So remember that as well. You can ride that theme, I guess, to some degree on Pulsechain. It's going to be fun to see how much. It's going to be pretty cool. Now, we're going to be talking about, you know, the upgrade coming up on Ethereum, and that's particularly going to benefit Optimism, which has kind of been laid back, relatively speaking. Certainly done better than the ARB as far as I remember. That's up about 1% to $4. So we're going to keep an eye on that. They potentially are leverage plays on Ethereum with the Prodank sharding coming up with the Deacon upgrade in this month. Not too far away, actually. What's that, about 9 days or something away. And then, of course, I think we got here ARB as well. Yeah, ARB there is up 1.5% at the moment, $2. Probably going to need to pay a bit of catch up there as the old ARB. So maybe even more upside on that one. So that's some of the plays there on the crypto. Let's jump over to Bitcoin. And, of course, as so far you can see, it is looking really, really good, aren't you? It's looking really, really good. Yeah, looking nice is the old Bitcoin. And, of course, we've got the Bitcoin halving coming up in the 17th of April. So that's getting ever so closer. So how far away is that? 44 days. Oh, my gosh, this is coming up like a racehorse. Speaking about racehorses, we're going to be talking about PulsePot as well later on with their chain race game. Looks amazing. Big shout out to Jacob and the team, Kavilt and Archie out there. Big supporters of that, and had a nice little show the other day, or was it yesterday? Yeah, with the launch of it, with My Life is Awesome, That's Lit, and Kavilt there on their show. We watched that. That was pretty fun show, and gave away a couple hundred of PLSP coins, and they were worth a lot of money. And yeah, some people weren't even there to claim, so they missed out. Unfortunately, I happen to know one or two of them. But they just went in the chat at the time, so that's the way it goes sometimes. Anyway, 44 days to the Bitcoin halving. Man, are you excited? I'm excited. This is a big, big deal. And, of course, this is going to be super fueled. It's no ordinary BTC halving. Of course, we're going down to block rewards going down to 3.25. And we have the Bitcoin ETFs funneling a whole ton of money through. So we're going to have a quick look at how much money that potentially will be. So let's check out. Here, Rick Alderman. He's a crypto blockchain guy, and he's got some pretty nice insights to how much funds will be coming through the Bitcoin ETFs. I think somewhere we looked last time, I think it was around 7 billion. I mean, not trillion, 7 billion or so is coming through. So this is a forecast about how much might come through by 2025. So listen carefully to this one. This is Rick Alderman.
Total inflows of more than $150 billion. We're only at 5 right now.
And what is going to propel? That's a big claim. That's a big number. What's going to propel that?
It really isn't all that big when you do the simple arithmetic. Individual investment advisors, independents, those that are operating their own firms, collectively manage around $8 trillion in assets, and 3/4 of them in every industry survey done by DAC-FP as well as by Bitwise all show that 3/4 of advisors say that they're going to allocate to these ETFs, and that their average allocation is going to be about 2.5% of assets. Do the arithmetic. $8 trillion times 77% times 2.5% is $150 billion worth of flows, and that's just independent advisors. It excludes the wirehouses, it excludes the regional broker-dealers, it excludes the institutional investors.
So as you can see, that's some pretty big money expected to come into Bitcoin. So this is no ordinary lineup of crypto at the moment with the news. So yeah, it is full-on bull market coming. It's going to be incredible. Now, it's not to say there won't be pullbacks on the way. There's always pullbacks and consolidations, things like that. But man, the amount of money coming through, going to be just a pivotal moment in crypto. So we've got the Bitcoin halving, pivotal moment, Bitcoin ETFs and the funds coming in, pivotal moment. So bring it on. All right, so that was a cool little clip there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's get back into it. So that is Bitcoin, 44 days to go until Bitcoin halving. Bring it on. All right, the range today so far, as you guys can tell, it's been 63,260, the low of 61,388, and we're currently at 62,890 in the quiet Sunday in the US, right? Typically that can be a down day, but not so far. It's a green day, so kind of cool. Now, Ethereum here. Also, look at this Ethereum chart. Do you like that on the day? Look at that thing. Up, 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 and away. Do you like that? $3,477. High of today, 3,493. So we're near the top. Low of 3,363. It was a bit earlier last night, I think, even before I tuned in for the evening. But so bullish. And look at the news coming. And of course, as you guys know, the Deacon upgrade, Protodank sharding, blob data, super cheap. Now, I did post a link to something from, actually, I was going to bring it up, actually. So let me just do that while we're here. This is from Vitalik himself. So let's go and find that briefly. Push that down here somewhere. Yeah, here it is here. So this is from Vitalik himself. Polymarket is predicting that blobs, 125 kilobytes, will cost 0.001 ETH. Today, 125 kilobytes core data costs 30 Gray per gas. 30 Gray, good one. 16 gas byte per byte. 125,000 gas equals circa 0.06 ETH. So it's going to be way cheaper. And if you think Polymarket's guess that blobs will be 60 times cheaper is over optimistic, you can use the market to hedge. So there we go. There's a little bit of update there from Vitalik about the impact there on the cost of that article. That's kind of the main thing there. So that's going to impact second layers, Arbitrum, Optimism, things like that. Also gives some improvement to costs on the Ethereum chain itself for some protocols that use that. So kind of bullish, and I think the market's kind of expecting that to be a big deal in the lead up as well for the Ethereum upgrade. So that is only 9 days away. So we're really getting close to that, and the market is humming. Will we have a bit of a post sell there? We could do. Definitely could have a bit of a sell the news event, but certainly the market is looking so good. And even after that, we're getting up to the Bitcoin halving, right? So that's 44 days away, as we mentioned. So the news keeps flowing. The bullish news keeps flowing. This market could be unrelenting on its way up with little pullbacks on the way. And, of course, we're getting up to Ethereum ETFs. So we talked about how bullish Bitcoin ETFs are, but look at Ethereum ETFs here. 80 days to go. 80 days around the world to get to Ethereum ETFs. And if they get approved, remember BlackRock and people like that are already in there. So that is hyper bullish, right? So pretty cool. And then, of course, after that, the interest rate pivot as well. We get that in June the 11th. That'd be absolutely amazing. Well, maybe not so good for the stock market, maybe pull back, but certainly good, I think, for crypto. And look at that. That is potentially 99 days away. So lots of news in the first half of this year following that Bitcoin halving on the 10th of January. And you can see we've kind of got the dream lineup, right? So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. We'll probably have a few little bullbacks, maybe even after the Bitcoin halving. Sell the news, and then it won't last long. And then up off to the races is the likely play there. Let's see anyone else has jumped in the chat here. Got any more comments? And that is pretty much it on the crypto side of things. So the market's looking really good. Like we say, in terms of the big crypto markets, a lot of the meme coins been doing pretty well. One or two of the AI coins have really been doing well in the top 100. So yeah, it's been pretty interesting. Some of the old classics have been moving a bit late. They were seeing move a bit late, like Bitcoin Cash, BSV. So those are kind of the plays that are going on. Pepe, obviously, SHIB doing well. Yeah, pretty interesting times. I might talk a bit more about that tomorrow, perhaps. Let's see who else has jumped in the chat here and say hello. What did I get up to? I've forgotten here. I think we got up to Craig Pitui. Morning all. Good to see you, Craig. Neil Fashear's in the house there. Hey, everybody. Good to see you, Neil. And Andrew as well. Morning all. We got Akuza in the house there. Pulsechain. Yeah, shout that out. That's definitely worth shouting out. What else there? Sandy says there's a solar eclipse on the 8th of April. I've already got my solar eyeglasses, says Sandy. Nice one. Wasn't there that one video where Trump looked up at the sun or something like that? I can't remember, but he's crazy. He's crazy. Anyway, so what else there? The sun is actually white, right? The sun's actually white, not yellow. I think it's just our atmosphere, I think, that makes it yellow, right? So, yeah. And maybe some of those images they take, they colorize them or something, I don't know. All right, what else we got there? MCR in the house there. Let's go, MCR. Absolutely. We're going to be talking about that pretty soon. A big hello from Magic Carp Ride. Big shout out to them. That's our main topic for today when we get to that in the second half of the live stream. Bob Wells in house there. Hello, everybody. Exciting times. Certainly is exciting times there. Very, very exciting indeed. Bob Wells says, congratulations, Ty. Absolutely. We'll get to Magic Cup Ride soon enough. We've got a bit of market news to talk about first, though. Smash up to the likes on the way in. Definitely do that. Who else has jumped in here? I'm just jumping through all those. I think we're ready to go. We've got Wall Pasang in house there. It's been a little while. Carpet Ride on PLSP as well. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. Hey, look, when we get to Magic Cup Ride, it's a bit like Magic Cup Ride on Magic Cup Ride, right? It's was it Magic Cup Ride squared? And it's going to be pretty cool. So let's get into it. Have I got up to everything? I think I have there on that one. So let's remove that video. And we're going to get back into the market stuff with Richard Hart. Richard Hart has been absolutely posting like a boss. And of course, here's his latest one here, one of the latest ones today. Pulsechain.com is cool, he says, because there's no larger market in the whole world for PLS, PLSX, Hex, and incentive token. If liquidity were fractured across various exchanges, everyone would get worse order execution and thinner order books. It'd be great if GoPulse featured using the bridge and PulseX, so whales could see the deep liquidity over third-party swap sites that can't handle any volume. GoPulse is the first site many people see, and to have deep liquidity for whales plainly visible would be awesome. And it's not just whales, it's amazing doing as much as you can on chain instead of through middlemen. Thanks for the awesome site, GoPulse Bro. So, Richard Hart shouting out one of the key information sites, GoPulse, which we use every day. And so pretty cool. GoPulse responded, thanks for the kind words. All the shout outs and building such an awesome chain. And I'm sure they're going to take on that on board about liquidity there. So that was pretty cool. That's had 89,000 views so far. Then there's another one up here 3 hours ago. There was a bridge on the Pulsechain bridge, official bridge, a software update to 1.0.7. The default Ethereum RPC is improved. So a bit of improvement there on the official bridge. So if you're using that, that's good to know. The other one was 3 hours ago. We got another big I guess a twin post here. The best meme coin on Pulsechain. Can you imagine what that is? You can let me know in the chat. Up 13x price in 82 days at a new local high. 131 million market cap. 42 million is in liquidity on PulseX. That's a very high percentage of liquidity in total market cap. It was, and can only be minted by farming on PulseX. And of course, he's talking about the INC token there. Up and away, 1,185% there. Looking pretty good. What's that? 13x, yeah, in 82 days. So obviously we've been covering that every day. It is an incredible performer. 63,000 views almost on that. But of course he followed that up with, not the last post. I forgot that INC actually has another 48 million liquidity on the PulseX pair. So the actual liquidity is more than 2x what you see in the first post here. Here's the PulseX info, peer info, and Pulse info. And of course, he posted that out today as well. So that's had 22,600 views on that one. So that has been Richard Hart today on those posts. Are really, really cool. And it's always great to have Richard lead the way, right? Always great to have Richard lead the way. And of course, he is leading the way in more ways than one, right? And you guys can think about it. He's leading the Magic Cup Ride.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.
All right, so we're going to be enjoying that, the Magic Carpet Ride, and it has already started, and it's well on its way. We saw some big moves with the Sacrifice wallets, of course, 200 million SDAY moved as well. It's game on, isn't it? Game on for Pulsechain, the Magic Carpet Ride, and all those people that left the train, that didn't get on the train, are going to miss out. And of course, we are on the train, and we're going to enjoy that Magic Carpet Ride. So it's going to be cool. All right, let's move on from there. That's Richard Hart. Let's go to the next section, which is the results for today. This is on GoPulse.com. Day 296 results. We're going to speed through this. We're going to run through all the markets pretty quickly to get to the project updates. Pulse there at the moment, 00162 up 3.27%. It was a bit cooled off last night, so just taking a bit of time off there. And it is at 62% of the mean sacrifice price there at the moment. PulseX at the moment, quadruple 0646 is up almost 5% today. And the buy and burn is up at a beautiful 717.7 billion. That is gone forever. And that's currently 3.51% at the moment. The incentive tokens, so PulseX is a dual token platform, or DEX, and it has PulseX and incentive. Incentive has been a real star of the show there. So it goes up in value due to its ratio and pulse, and due to the pulse price itself. So it really is been bolting here at the moment. The ratio has absolutely been amazing, as you guys know. It's now almost up at 35,000 pulse to one incentive. That's 34,791 at the moment. That is up 20% at $5.62, which is pretty incredible. Breaking some records there. Burn token, the total supply is 25,533,000. This is emitted from the PulseX farms, and I do believe that's going to be going down, after the first year in terms of the emission rate. So that's the play there. I think last time I remember it was 20%. I've double confirmed that, but I think that was the case. Been a long time ago since we discussed that, but that is it there. And of course, TRHV4 is coming up in early April. And of course, we don't know the full use cases because it's going to be quite a different protocol. But no doubt there'll be a lot more burning in there, although that's to be confirmed. But so far, it's burned 119,000 Terra incentive tokens, which is pretty amazing as a third-party protocol supporting Richard Hart tokens. So there we are. PHEX at the moment, 1.86 cents, up 1.14%. EHEX at the moment, 1 cent. So the combined price of EHEX and PHEX, 2.86 cents. Now, last night looked like it was really going to be the leader today, but then it subdued itself, and incentive token took back the lead. So yeah, going to be pretty interesting. But I think once Hex breaks that 3 cent mark, could be quite a market signal, and that could be up and away. So we'll keep a lookout for that theme. But that's where we are at the moment. Let's quickly check on the charts here. I'm going to go as much detail as normal because we're going to get the projects. But here we are, 00016. Pretty much at the top of the range at the moment. The RSI is just moved into overbought territory here on the daily. You can see it's just below it actually at 68. So we've got more room to move. And more importantly, perhaps, is the MACD has still got plenty of room to move there from the looks of it. So we'll keep a lookout. That's looking pretty good. And if we go full screen on this, we know that it looks like it really is breaking up high here leading into next week. So we might get a bit of overheated RSI there. PulseX at the moment is quadruple 06457. Likewise, we've got a bullish EMA cross there. That is playing out really nicely. And of course, the RSI still got room to move. We're at 67, so more room to move up there. And the MACD, likewise, like Pulse, is bullish as well. So everything looking pretty good. We are waiting for Power City Earn Protocol. That's going to be a juggernaut on Pulsechain, a big blue chip. And of course, it's going to be a supply shock, take lots of PulseX off the market, and issue our third stablecoin PXDC. That is the play there at the moment on PulseX. So we're waiting quietly for that. We do understand that the launch is going to be very soon, maybe next week. So wouldn't be surprised if it's next week for Power City Earn Protocol. That makes PulseX a really nice draw to accumulate some of that before you get this hyper breakout here. You can see it's already riding up to the top here. If you full screen that is already looking pretty hot to trot. And it could be up and away with the launch of the Power City Protocol. So, you have been duly warned, and I've warned for quite a while, but there we go. We're waiting for that to happen. Looks like they've probably got their own in-house centralized Oracle. It's probably going to make that happen. We knew that was going to be a hybrid between the Fetch Oracle, but now they've probably got their own full solution there with Fetch Oracle still in a couple of months away, as we understand it, based on public information. So at the moment, incentive token there, $5.63, looking like a boss. Look at that thing, looking so good. Is that price there? That's on the hourly. Look at that hourly moves, big waves here. That is the daily. Man, we're pretty much back to July 2023, which is pretty crazy. So looking pretty good. And of course, we've got way more incentive tokens in existence at the moment. We are overbought on the RSI. Just take that into account. So we are maybe getting a little overheated there. But hey, look, there's crypto. Who knows what we could do? We have been up to 92. We're currently at 81, but RSI is generally a pretty good guide there on that. Let's have a look at the weekly quickly. The weekly is still well below, down 35, but I'll just take note of that high daily RSI there. But yeah, look at that Alney hourly once again. Pretty cool. A wave here of pump and another wave here. So pretty good. $5.64. Just take note of the RSI being overheated there. So it might need to cool down for a little bit. But if Pulse and PulseX keep moving up, which we've got room to move, then that's going to keep going too. And we might get to that high RSI on it, right? So there we go. This is the PulseX farms at the moment. Those are some of the yields that are on offer with that INC pump. Look at that. This is where the INC comes from, right? In these farms. And look at this PulseX there, 16% APR at the moment. The Hex Pulse one there, 35%. Incentive Pulse there, 55. I really do like this one. Tending to move up together. You're going to get a ratio trade, but of course, both of them moving up pretty nicely there. Now, if you were in here, of course, and the incentive keeps going up with the ratio, you're going to end up with a lot more pulse, but that's not too bad, is it? And likewise in the PulseX as well, 50%. So these are very attractive pulls, even with impermanent loss, because you've got the rich Hart stuff, right? So food for thought there. You get a high APR. It's a bit of a trade-off there. But if you're all in on one, you think that's going to be the main play, like INC potentially. That's the play on that one. Don't forget, of course, there are big whales out there, and they can send a coin down any particular time. But I guess that's true for all the tokens there. What else we got there? All the stable coins from Ethereum, and of course, including Wrapped ETH there, are all very handsome yields. Look at those: 142, 144% there, and 95 for ETH. Just take note, of course, impermanent loss more severe when you're with the stable coin. If the price of Pulse is going up, for example, which these are all paired to, then you're going to get a lot more stable coins and you will miss out on a lot of that capital gain. You'll still get the high income though. So there's a trade-off there. Typically, if you're riding the market down, it's kind of good. You pull out all your Pulsechain coins and you ride the Pulse all the way up. It's typically the way you want to do it, as opposed to now when the market's moving up. You typically, you're trying to get those capital gains on the coin. So it's a bit of a trade-off there. And maybe you put a bit of your portfolio into some of this high income earnings. So it's up to you what you do portfolio. But those are some of the issues there. And of course, you can also do yield farming you can also do liquidity providing without the farming on V1. You can do it on V2. Just look for some good yields. Obviously, they have its own market dynamics depending on the pair that you're choosing as well. But you just can go to Info tab and you can look at the yields for liquidity pool. And some of them can be quite high, and sometimes that's just temporary though. So you've got to use your nous there. But there's V1 and V2. You just switch between the two to see what's performing best in liquidity pools. And of course, you can just switch by the LP reward APR and then think about, is that going to be consistent? Is that really going to be delivering? All sort of stuff. So there are different options on PulseX there. Of course, we haven't got the pools yet. PulseX pools, stake PulseX and earn other tokens. This is part of the wild card that may come in the future. And that includes limit orders as well, although you can now do limit orders on Omnis, right? So that's your option there. If someone else is doing limit orders too, just forgotten that it is, but that's the play. And we're going to have limit orders from Batias and others come out with the PDAY, which we're going to talk about later on. So that is kind of it happening with Pulse. So that's kind of cool. The PHEX at the moment, 1.8. That's the hourly chart there. Let's go to the daily. That's our chart at the moment, looking pretty good there. But certainly, once we break that 3 cents, I'm pretty confident it's going to go up and away. So just take note there. The RSI is way cooler than Pulse and PulseX at 61, but we have got a bullish move here on the MACD as well. So we're waiting patiently for that Hex breakout, but it's going to come very soon, I think. EHEX as well. It's been the one has more resistance. Does have the BankX, right? BankX on the Ethereum side is sitting at 1.2 cents. So it does have that resistance as well. That will probably prevent it from convergence. But if it ever does get pushed through that mark, then PHEX is likely to drag up EHEX. And of course, if there's enough money going into that side, potentially it might ride through and then have convergence later on, potentially. So those scenarios are something for the future. PHEX, EHEX, of course. Here is the combined charts of PHEX, EHEX, 2.878 cents. Man, we were waiting to break this 3 cent line. So that's the line here. We've had many attempts. We're going to do it this time. And up and away. We will see. So maybe over 2 cents of PX, and of course over 1 cent for EHEX, and then it's off to the races. 4 to 8 cents and beyond. Some people have different price calls. 25 cents, Ben Armstrong, to $2-3 from Hexologists, maybe even up to $10 like Toby Wan Hexobi, something like that. So there's lots of different ranges there. So that is kind of cool on the charts. Let's quickly look at some of the others. We're going to have a quick look at the validators, and then we're going to run quickly through some of the better performers over the night. 51,967 validators today. Let's see what else there. No change in the amount staked. Gas prices have been really elevated. Have you guys seen? We actually have been over 1 million beats today, and you can see that here on the chart, almost 1.25 million beats with the chart there. Currently 580,000. Normally we're sitting around 200,000. So really is quite high today. 3 cents for a Pulsechain swap at the moment. Boo hoo hoo. Boo hoo. And 2 cents for a Pulse coin transferred. 6/10 of a penny for a PRC trading transfer on Pulsechain. Despite the high gas prices at the moment on Pulsex, so Pulsechain, I should say, at 56 Gwei on Ethereum at the moment. And this is a quiet day. It's supposed to be a quiet Sunday on the old Ethereum. And look at the Gwei, it's 56. That's insane, right? Now, the next 8 hours is typically a lower Gwei, but man, at the moment it is crazy. So 2,000, even with the high Gwei and our high Gwei on our chain, 2,081 times cheaper than Ethereum, $70 to a swap on Ethereum at the moment. So 3 cents ain't so bad, right? Ain't so bad, and it is going to go up over time, right? Richard says as the chain gets used more and as there's more demand, price is going to go up, right? The users will pay. That signifies a more valuable chain. 1,700 times cheaper than a Bitcoin at the moment, $3.39. And that's kind of where we are at this stage. So kind of cool, cheaper than everybody else too. And most of our protocols have compounding and profit sharing, which is kind of part of the cool part of being on Pulsechain. Now, the heart of it, of course, is how much money is coming over into the chain. Well, look at this. Woo-hoo-hoo. $172.8 million. It's going up and up all the time. Really exciting to see this, breaking records. And we do have, take note that EHEX is in here at the moment. But other than that, we're off to the races as well. Kind of cool. That is pretty much it for day 296. We're going to be starting day 297. And of course, we're only a couple of days away from 300 days on Pulsechain, which has got to be a special show for sure, surely. So that's pretty much it on there. Let's quickly look at the top PRC 20s before we get to the project updates. Let's have a look here. So PDAY looks like it's on the breakout to the upside. It has been lagging down a little bit there. It is up 18% on the top PRC 20s. Let's have a quick look at that. And I know that our TA guru in the chat there has called it pretty well. Good on you, Brennan, for that. And I think he had some comments in the chat here earlier. Where was that? Some comments here about PDAY. Let's see if we can find those. Big shout out to Brennan. Made that call yesterday, and it's been a pretty good call. There it is. PDAY on the move. Who would have guessed, says the Brennan. Well, you did. You guessed. So this is the hourly chart here at the moment. Got into overbought territory an hour or so in the hourly, but 4 hours is typically the trader's view, and still plenty of room to move on the trader's view. 64 and up and away at the moment. Currently at just over 2/10 of a penny, and got pretty much high to almost 21/100th of a penny. So getting there, folks. Now let's go to look on the daily. Daily at the moment, RSI is really chill at 51, 56. So it could move a lot, right? So that's kind of it at the moment. Looking at full screen for DAY. PDAY, man, up and races here. Now the narrative about this is, is it going to get to $1 one day? It's association with Tropo, of course, and is there's things happening there around this. So it's going to be pretty fun to see this, and the market's liking it a lot. There has been a few calls on X as well. People buying this up, so it's going to be interesting to see whether it can get back to its old all-time high, which is pretty much back here on the 30th of January. Got up to 3,200, so just over 3/10 of a penny, and it's currently just over 2/10 at the moment. So up and away. I guess the next target after that is 1 cent, right? If it breaks that 3/10 of a penny, and it could have a hyper rally to that. So we're watching that one very carefully on the old PDAY. Nice shout out to Brennan there. Wrap Bitcoin $83 at the moment, pretty up just slightly. Treasury bill up 20% there, Atropa up 16%, and Teddy Bear has been another big call of people talking about. That's up 22% as well. Let's quickly check at Teddy Bear for a moment. And that is it on the daily. And yeah, nice little bounce today from 2,200, 7 zeros in front, of course, 7 zeros, 2,200, now up at 7 zeros, 2,800 there. So nice little move on there at the moment. Still a nice uptrend in play. And it might zigzag here to get over its all-time high at around 3,700, 3,600. So I'll keep watching out for that as Teddy Bear. All right, let's see what else is looking pretty interesting. Jumping through all these. Aave is down 70%. Uniswap is up 12%. SHIB, the big meme coins. Remember, I said that the meme coins have barely been moving big time, particularly in the last week. And SHIB is up 18% at the moment, so doing pretty well there. Pepe is up 44%. That's with the smaller pool. Have I got this on the right liquidity? Yeah, I have. Let's go back to the bigger pool. It's down 4% on the bigger pool though. So SHIB on the bigger pool is up 16%. So there we are. SHIB is the big mover. We'll try and ignore those smaller pools. I think that's kind of it at the moment. Just looking through some of these others. Yeah, so Uniswap did pretty well as well. So those are top PRC20s. Let's go to the top memes and influencer coins. We're sorting by liquidity. We've got PDGC. Man, this thing just doesn't go down. Well, it does a little bit, but it's up 11.62%. And this thing has been like a boss. Look at that. Did have a little retrace there the other day. But man, this thing is, look at that thing. Legit there. Is continuing to go on. It's got a very powerful DAO setup, and they've got the alien token, which also helps to get rid of it as well, taxes as well. But man, it is doing very well indeed. Access Live pretty much up 3% at $15,600. Looks like it's recovering a little bit now from that big whale sell-off that it had a little while back. So that's on the up and up. Pulse Trailer is down 17% there. No Token from Randy Alaski is down 4% at 1900. Still holding up pretty well though. And then that alien token, which is related to PTGC, that is down 13%. Watch out. Hex Orange Address down 2%. Paul Pleb from Hexy Bastard down 6%. Duck Token up 11. What's that? Us there going there. Bitboy Ben V1 is flat. More token from Trayvon is up 16%. So nice little move there from Trayvon's token there. More. Boy, that is looking good too. Look at that thing. Wow, that's looking pretty good. Now that's on the daily. So look at that. Wow, that's about to break out, isn't it? How much RSI room is there? Oh, there's still room to move. 65. Keep a lookout from that. That is more token. They're looking pretty good. The other one there, Dogecoin from Jeff Kadakis and TrotSwap there, up 9%. And I think that's kind of the ones that I want to talk about there. Pepperlorian up 7% as well. All right, so those are the top meme coin influencers, and I think there are one or two others, but we're going to leave that. There's C7 out there as well, but I don't know whether he actually launched that, so I might go check that up too. Our final main category, Pulsechain projects, which is going to lead us into the updates today. Let's see what's going on there. PulsePot, man, up $14.55. Oh my goodness, this thing is breaking out to the upside. Look at that thing. Woo! Hot doggity dog, looking so damn good. Looking so dang good. Look at this thing. Now, you remember BNB Pot when it was on BNB, when it had its initial launch, had a very different looking chart than this. It got up to $28.50 around about that. It's currently $14. And I haven't got an RSI on here. Let's pull up the RSI, see what that looks like. RSI, Relative Strength Index. And it is in an overbought territory, so it might cool off here. But hey, look, a lot of momentum lately, and yeah, more news to come. So there we go on that one, $14.55, doing very well indeed. Yeah, amazing. We're going to check that out. Actually, let's go check it out now. Let's do it now. So here is PulsePot ticking away there and getting a lot of engagement, a lot of people playing, and of course, a new game was launched. So they got Jackpot, which is almost at 18,000 games. Can you believe it? Coin Wars. Which is ticking away pretty well. Also, I kind of like this Coin Wars one. And I've also got Plinko as well. Plinko there is fun too. So you basically choose a bet, you play another player, and then it goes down to Plinko. Whoever gets the most points, there's a big X amount down the bottom here for points. Whoever gets the most points, wins. So it's kind of fun too. Randy Alaski has a games night on every Wednesday. And I know that Kivilt and My Life is Awesome are going to have some game shows as well coming up. And we may have some game shows on this channel too. Maybe do some as well. Maybe talk to some of the moderators in our Discord, and we might have some live stream game shows on PulsePot as well. It's the world's first peer-to-peer crypto casino. It is leading innovation in DeFi globally as well as on Pulsechain. And of course, it's from Jacob's ecosystem, and we cover all of his projects as well. So kind of cool. This is the latest game that's got launched, I think, yesterday. And yeah, Chain Race is so fun. It's got sound effects, it's got animations, and of course, it's pretty cool. Now, basically, you see the games down the bottom here. You can join in. Anything that's not grayed out means that you can join that player. Each player has a different a risk return number. So you can see the X returns here. So that will change. So there's $6.67 in there. If you clicked on that one, it's going to say, well, you have to pay $1.47 if you want to play that. That particular creature. In this case, it's the rabbit, and it's a 4.55x return there. So they've all got different chances of winning. Is different, right? So you're paying in accordance to that. So I believe it's whoever sets it up, whoever creates the first one, sets up the base price there, and then you have to pay accordingly to your risk return. I think that's how it works there. But it's pretty cool, and definitely change that. And it's not rendering at the moment, but there is games played on there, and you can play it out. There's 5 different tracks here, and all these different creatures run. It's pretty fun. So big shout out to Jacob for that. We might do a games one ourselves. All right, that is looking pretty cool. Let's jump over to some of the other ones doing well. Yeah, up 20% on PulsePot. Amazing. Let's go to some of those. Patia's up 5%. Let's go through some of those. Pulse Reflections up 10% almost. Magic Hart Ride, of course, we're going to talk about that. So let's get into that. That is up 20% from launch. And of course, on the hourly, let's go to the hourly here. That is the hourly. So I only launched a little while ago. So this is Magic Hart Ride. Wow, look at that. So 16 hours ago, 2/3 of the day. And there we go at the moment. So I had a nice big rally. We see that a lot in crypto. It's sort of chilled now in a range. We've got now a bit of a range here at the moment. Been down, pretty much down at 42/100th of a penny. And now it's currently up at 44/100th of a penny. Now, this is likely to probably get pushed higher today because of the rewards. So we're going to get into the Magic Hart Ride. So they put out this today. They got Magic Hart Ride Buffet is live. So the buffet is coming up. This is basically like the staking portal with all the rewards, and they have multiple token rewards, and they got multiple protocols they're launching, right? The first one they launched was the Barista, but you can see at the top here, they have multiple protocols. They got the Stakehouse coming. That's going to be Hex staking pools. We just saw, we saw the, what is it? Just a moment. What is that called? We saw Maximus get their staking pool out, and with the party token, and so they got the Stakehouse that's coming out with Hex staking pools. It's going to be pretty cool. And they've got Bistro coming as well. That's going to be an OTC desk, which will be the first one on Pulsechain. We do know that Patia's is going to be trying to do one of those too, but they're going to be out first. So it's kind of cool. So you can have 3 of those all feeding in to the buffet, and the buffet just got launched today. So you can think they've got 4 protocols. One of them, of course, is the staking portal, and that has been launched. So the MCR, this is 11 hours ago. Buffet is live. You can now stake MCR 369 token. So that was launched 16 hours ago, and the buffet was launched 11 hours ago. No rewards, however, for the first at least 24 hours to allow everyone time to join the pool. So remember that. That's why this price might get a bit of a rally on here. People want to get tokens, not just the people that sacrificed and got the airdrop, but people that buy on the market. It's going to be interesting to see that play out as well. Obviously, it's a long life project, and it's going to have multiple rewards. So let's quickly check out the buffet, OX buffet there. Before I do, though, let me paste in the copy to the link to the launch, and you can check that out, MCR buffet launch, and that is the link there. So we'll go down to the bottom there and check that out. Save that to your favorites, and yeah, really cool. It's going to have multiple rewards. Let's check it out. So this is it here. So you can go to the dashboard, and we have checked this out on testnet before, right? So I'm going to zoom in on that a bit just to make it a bit easier. I love this this MCR buffet name here, glowing. It's like awesome. I really do like that a lot. The Magic Hart Ride Buffet is the ultimate culinary destination for the MCR 369 token holders. And of course, that is looking here at the moment, 004477 at the moment. Don't forget, they also have the other token called the Bean token that's trading as well. It's kind of cool. What else we got here? Savor the delicious rewards from our DeFi establishments, Steakhouse, Bistro, and Barista. And of course, so far, it is Barista that's launched. Now, Barista is a pretty big deal. It's a Liquid Lines front end. I'm not sure how much of the market. I don't know if Magic Hart Ride's in there. Let us know how much of the market they actually control, but I know it was a lot the first day. They got a lot of the front end there, so it's pretty good. Enjoy a slice of the pie from the mouth-watering revenue, slow roasted yield. Remember, Liquid Lines is the biggest protocol outside of PulseX, so it's a big deal from that point of view. Now, they got all the prices here. Magic Market MCR price. They got the market cap, just under 1.7 million, so kind of lots of upside potential. The rewards there shows $30, but of course they're not adding that into the first 24 hours. So what's there? Another, I guess another 13 hours to go, something like that. So it's kind of cool. Total MCR locked 46 million. That's locked in staking so far. And the TVL there, $211,000 locked in value. So that's the equivalence of what's actually in the protocol. The circulating supply, however, is 323 million tokens in total. So still a lot to go for the TVL to get locked, but that's why they're delaying the rewards for the first 24 hours so people can participate in that. Now, if you do have sacrificed and you got MCR tokens, or you're going to buy on market, and of course, I'll post the link to the chart here if you want to check it out. In fact, you don't even need to do that. You can actually go buy MCR. There's a green button down the bottom there if you want to buy it, and it will take you straight to the contract. How about that? So just click on that, and that will bring up Pulsechain in this case. So kind of cool. Now, you can copy that contract and go through Proteus if you want to use Proteus as a DEX aggregator, but that is the option there. Now, basically, if you get MCR, you can hit the balance, put your balance in there, and let's say you bought, I don't know, let's say you bought that much, and then you'd have to stake it. All you have to do is approve the token withdrawal and then stake it. You can always unstake it if you want, and of course, you will get the claim rewards here. So they're going to have Pulse, and Bean, Hex, Hedron, and USDL. So it's going to be pretty cool. And the rewards, you're going to get a lot of the best Magic Carpet Ride tokens from Richard Hart, including Bean token, which is going to be pretty cool. And a lot of these rewards are feeding through from these applications like a Bistro, Barista, and of course Steakhouse when it launches. You'll also see your percentage of the pool here as well. So it's kind of cool, and the total rewards that are in the pool, as well as the amount of tokens locked up and everything like that. So it's pretty cool, all in one place there. And of course, here's another place you can go buy MCR. There's 2 spots there you can click on to do that. Pretty cool. And as you guys know, Barista is also already up and running, and this is the first one, Liquid Loans front end, and this is operating very well, and of course paying fees through to you if you're a Magic Carpet Ride staker. So kind of cool. That is that from Magic Carpet Ride. Let's quickly get out of here, and actually I was trying to move forward there. Let me just go back in there, and you can see lots of links in here, but that's the main one. So you got Magic Carpet Ride Buffet is live. You got the token launch in there. Lots of cool animations. These guys are great marketers. So lots of cool stuff there going on. We are live. Barista launched, Bean launched, MCR369 launched. So cool. So they are full on, this team, with the ecosystem rollout is happening as we speak, and it's very exciting. That is the contract, of course, E32E. Always make sure you don't get scammed by anybody, right? Use the official contracts. Pretty cool stuff happening there. So nice stuff. So you can check all that stuff out there. I think they even have the other Bean. Yeah, you can get Bean as well on the market. So definitely check that out. Let's go into the chat there and see whether they got any comments about that. Let's scroll all the way back up here. See what I got up to in the comments. But that is Magic Carpet Ride, and looking good with the Buffet protocol launch. Now you can earn some of those sweet rewards from Barista, and soon Bistro and Steakhouse. I'm not sure which order that's going to be, but those are coming up. Let's see here. Yeah, right at the beginning here, we have Magic Carpet Ride in. Says no rewards fees for the first 24 hours in the Buffet. This is to allow time for the stake, which should be about 13 hours from now, if I'm right, because it's been 11 hours ago since they gave that announcement. Let's see what else we got going in here. Let me know if you got airdropped your Magic Carpet Ride and if you've staked already. Let me know that. Scroll downing. Magic Carpet Ride says, Brandon, patience, mate, that will come. Waiting for PX gauges to people can stake their bean to earn PX instead of dumping. That'd be very cool indeed. All right, let's jump through some of those. Got the Magic Carpet Ride. Pretty sure they're still in the chat there, so let's see what else they got there. Those rewards you see there was actually from testing, says Magic Carpet Ride, $30. If you add a circulating supply and lock supply, it equals 369,369. Very poetic there, Magic Carpet Ride. Looking cool. That is it. So you can get the link there. Nice one there, Magic Carpet Ride. Nice. All right, so that is kind of cool. Get involved, check it out. Ask any questions. Get on there. Follow Magic Carpet Ride if you haven't followed them. Get involved, and yeah, lots of cool things from that team. Really cool. And they're back streaming again, which is nice to see as well, interviewing different project teams and stuff like that. So going pretty well. Now let's see where else some other people jumped in. That's our sort of our Magic Up Ride coverage today. We'll be covering them as they continue to grow and roll out new protocols as well. Let's see who else has jumped in here. Did we get Bob? Bob's in here. Wally Passang, we talked about that. Pac-Man in the house there. Pulse X will hit 1 cent. Also Zen bottom moving nicely up. Yeah, Zen's looking very good. X1 chain with AI upcoming. Yes, very, very cool. Looking good there. Let's see what else. Neil Fisher says compound limit orders are on the way from Omnis. Oh, awesome. Yeah. So that is the only way. I think there's 2 ways, isn't there, for limit orders now? But that is definitely one way. I just forgotten the other one. Had it in my head yesterday, but forgot today. But definitely Omnis does limit orders on PulseX. Hey, Superman, what have I missed? Hopefully you can rewind and find out. But that is kind of weird. Good to see you in the chat. PDAY, yeah, looking pretty badass, isn't it? J-Man in the house there. Hello, everybody. Good to see J-Man. PDAY to $1, says Sandy. Indeed. Brenda says PDAY breakout targets 3,500, 4,500. Wow. So yeah, that's between just under half a penny at the top of this next move. Archie says PulsePot buy and burn has bought nearly $300,000 PLSP and burned nearly 2% of supply in less than 2 months. Remember, there's only 1 million PLSP tokens from PulsePot too, so that's pretty amazing. And of course, more games coming down the line. Sandy says MCR tokens can be bridged over to ETH chain, and then you can stake it on Buffet to get the rewards from Stakehouse Bistro when launched. Amazing, says Sandy Beach. Archie says the MCR site looks really nice. It does. Oh, they do everything looks so good, and they're fantastic with marketing too. They really do good stuff there. You guys know I like to cover the champion teams, champion stuff. What else? Sandy Beach says I am staked in MCR. Nice one on the Buffet. Even bought some more. Nice one, Sandy Beach. Neil Fisher says love the MCR tokenomics. Staked and ready, says Neil Fisher. Nice. Magic Up Rise says 1 token, 2 chains. So Ethereum and Pulsechain. Nice one, MCR. Yeah, didn't really cover that side of it. Smash the Like says Pac-Man. Indeed. Jen Hex says shall watch replay. Thank you, Superman. AGX, good to see you in the house. And that's the cool thing about YouTube. You can rewatch from the beginning or wherever. All right, so let's move on. I'm just going to make sure I'm up to date on here because I've got some other stuff coming up on stuff. So that's Magic Up Ride. Big shout out to them. Well done. And of course, excited about that. Very excited. Very excited. All right, let's go back into the rest of the protocols. Just as we wrap up this commentary about the Pulsechain projects. That was Magic Up Ride, and it is currently up at 19% at the moment, and it's in its first day. What else is looking pretty good there? DEX, that new DEX is up 11% at the moment, so DEXs often do pretty well, don't they? Let's see what else is up there. Communist up 4%. Let's see what else. Jump through that. So those are the real winners today. Let's see if we can look at the losers, because I have so few. That's what they say, right? I have so few of them. So yeah, ZX is down 16%. Holy is down 15%. Oh, Holy is down 15%. Okay. Let's see what else there. Let's see what else would look for good picking up. Potentially Up Token could potentially pick that up. It's down 12%. Love Token down 6%. So it's good to look at the ones that are down, especially if they're blue chip, right? If you think they're really, really good projects. Then yeah, it's good to pick up. Pulse at PLN there, one of our on ramps, down 4.6%. Line Token also, Liquid Lines down 3.8%. Time Token down a little bit there too. So always opportunities. Some of these blue chips, Fame, Tetra. I mean, there's lots of blue chips there. Always, they're not back that much in percentage terms, but you always check them out. All right, kind of cool. I think that's where we're going to leave that. Let's give a quick look at the PRC 404s that I've got on my list. Gophers at 1379, so a bit off its high. But still holding out pretty well as the old Gophers. And now that's pretty much it. So let's move on from the protocols. We're going to get into Pulse Launch. Now, Pulse Launch is one of the big sacrifice projects. I covered 3 big ones the other day. Pulse Launch, PDAY, and of course PUSD Algo. And Pulse Launch launched, and this was the update about 3-4 hours ago. So Pulse Launch, Fair Launch update 24 hours in, so it's about 3 hours old now. It has been exhilarating 24 hours since we opened the fair launch, and the outpouring support from the community has been nothing short of phenomenal. As we stand now, 44% of our token supply is still up for grabs, so still had a bit there. There's still 3-4 hours ago, so they're probably eating up a little bit more of that. The fair launch window is closing. There is now just 48 hours left until we close precisely at 7 p.m. UTC time, March the 5th, marking 72 hours from when they open. Token burn, be advised, any tokens not claimed by the close of the fair launch will be permanently removed from circulation in a token burn, underscoring a commitment to value and scarcity. So yeah, a bit of a carrot and stick going on there. Exclusive access through launch. Remember that's the token name. Remember, the only way to access our suite of upcoming projects is through the holding and staking of launch tokens. And when you stake those tokens, you get the points that you need to participate in the upcoming projects that they're going to have on Pulsechain launch. And of course, we do need products like this. So it's going to be pretty good. Another way, not just sacrifices, but another way of launching on this platform is going to be interesting to see. Has lots of big, big partnerships and influencers backing this. So it's probably going to get a lot of attention. The price is issued at 10 cents. May do some pretty big prices. Who knows? A couple of dollars, we'll find out. But not financial advice to you and due diligence, all that good stuff. This is your key to unlocking parallel opportunities on the Pulsechain ecosystem. DAO token airdrops. All launch holders will receive an airdrop of DAO tokens, granting you a voice in the governance of our platform. This is your chance to shape the future of Pulse Launch and its projects. More than a token, joining Pulse Launch isn't merely about acquiring a token. It's about securing your position at the vanguard of Pulsechain's crypto launches. We're bringing the infrastructure, community, and liquidity from across all blockchains to forge a new era of decentralized innovation. Stake your claim in the Pulse Launch legacy before time runs out. Together, let's redefine the possibility of blockchain. So a pretty bullish update there. And of course, they have different links on here as well. So that is Pulse Launch, and you can go check that out. Remember, always do your due diligence and stuff like that. But hey, 10 cents issue price may do pretty well there as well. They do have a schedule of discounts. I'm not sure how that is actually operating because I haven't seen any table on that, but just take note of that. All right, the earlier pays, earlier you get cheaper rate pretty much. So that is the Pulse Launch there. If you want to check that out, and I did cover it the other day on a live stream, so you can check out the big 3 sacrifices. So that's it from them. In fact, and go to the website there, Pulse Launch. Let's quickly check that out before we move on. This is the website here, and you can see it will end in 1 day and 18 hours. So you've got that long to go to do your due diligence. Obviously, they've got big official partners, etc. White paper. You can check out all that stuff before you get involved if you so choose to. They've got a video on the launch as well. You just click the fair launch, and it will bring you to basically the sacrifice page or the lobby or however you want to call it. They got the sacrifice address. They got all the tokens accepted, and of course they got the max cap and everything else like that. Launch price 10 cents. There we are. But once again, you will need to check it all out. Now, all stake launch will earn 10% of the net profit there, obviously with the protocols coming up. So do due diligence, check it out. That is that, but pretty decent opportunity there. Now that leads us into our second big sacrifice coming up, which is PDAY and PDAY there. Pretty exciting. So this has just come off today with just 2 days left until the start of the sacrifice phase for PDAY. We like to address some concerns here. They have some common sense. I don't know why they're actually writing this myself. I don't think they really need to do that. But hey, they've proven themselves already. I don't know why they're worrying about the sacrifice thing. I know some people out there have said some silly comments about sacrifices. Now the market will decide, people decide. So we're going to miss all that. But basically, if you want to participate, that's coming up in 2 days. And this is the site here. So PDAY here coming up. And you guys can get access to that through PDAY. So you can check it out. PDAY and PDAY. Sec. So that's coming up pretty soon. So yeah, not far away at all. There's going to be obviously sacrifice portal. You can do your due diligence, not financial advice, all that good stuff again. But of course, this is pretty much they've dominated the deck segregation along with PortalX. Yeah, fantastic team. Now they obviously have to raise a bit more money because they only had, when they did the first raise, they raised it for PDAY. They've done that. They need a bit more money, obviously, to raise for the next one, right? So it's pretty much obvious. People have to fund their projects when they're, advanced, and this is what these guys are doing. Advanced DeFi project on Pulsechain. So it's not just a simple bit of code. have to do. And so this is all the assets and stuff on here. You can check it out. The earlier pays better, right? So you definitely want to get in early. And that's going to be running up to what, 32 days. And they're going to have a leaderboard, everything else like that. So you can check out all the details. But it's one of our blue chip teams, Batia's Stacks Aggregator, and a lot of traders use that. So going to be bullish. Check out all the links on that too. All right. Let's go away from there. Bam. That is pretty much it. And of course, the other big one I've been talking about is a PSD Algo. And you guys know this is going to be big. Like, you see how PulsePot's going? It's up at $14. It's just rising. PulsePot. We know that we're going to have BNB is going to get an overhaul, BNB pot. And then we know that we've got TYCC launching this month, which is going to be probably mind-blowing with order books, white-labeled order books and stuff like that. It's going to be crazy with TYCC. That Sacrifice is closed, so it's done, but that's going to be launching this month. Early April, expecting a TYRH V4, the big game fight. It's going to be a fundamental revision of that game and token use case from the looks of it. And that's coming in early April. And then, of course, PSD Algo could potentially be the next big stablecoin on Pulsechain. I do know that Hex Scout put out something about another stablecoin today. They have deleted that until they get delivered. So we will have competition for that number 4 stablecoin spot. But, of course, Jacob is the master of DeFi. And, it's going to be fun to see that play out. But, of course, Hex Scout been delivering some nice products too. So the 4th stablecoin, this one's going to be an algorithmic one, of course. And it's going to be fun to see where it goes to. So if you want to participate in that, get in early. And of course, you can check out all the videos I've done on it with Jacob. And of course, at the moment, you'll get a 90% referral bonus if you do use the link in the video description. That's going to make you win straight away. And I am super bullish about PSD Algo. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not going to go into all the details today, but you can basically sacrifice to this wallet here with any of the accepted tokens. Remember to do your due diligence. Check out some of the videos on the channel. And if you do over $1,000 inclusive, you'll get access to the second bonus, which is bonus X, and that's a multiplier between 1.01 and 2x. We're on day 100 at the moment, so it's going to be open-ended until we reach around about $1 million, as we understand it. The cool thing about this, though, 75% of the sacrifice funds will be going back into the protocol day one, which I really like. And there's going to be multiple ways of earning on this protocol, and it could be an absolutely huge juggernaut. Basically Terra Luna, but done right with full DeFi approach with stability miners, limit orders and things like that. So it's going to be absolutely lit. Check out the documents down there as well and the videos on the channel. But definitely I'm excited about this. And sometime in the next second half of the year, does have to reach the financial limits so that it actually has enough money to execute all the liquidity pools and the stability miner kickoff. But I'm pretty bullish about it. It's going to be a lot of fun to see that play out. All right, that leads us into Hex.com. Man. So we're going to talk about that, Hex.com. So let's just wrap this up quickly because we're up to an hour and 2 minutes. So day 1554. Let's see how results there. We got yesterday's results 1552 for the 2nd of March. We got a payout 6.887 Hex on Ethereum. And of course, we're actually a day behind even on Pulsechain. But the other day on the 1st of March, we got 6.79. Now, these numbers have been coming in a little bit delayed, so it's not that easy for me to cover. When they haven't been coming in the last 2 weeks, have had a bit of a delay. So it's just the way it goes. I kind of read them out as they come in. But Hex.com, folks, buy Hex on Ethereum or Pulsechain. Man, once we break out over 3 cents combined, it's going to be game on for Hex. It's going to be so good. In fact, Hex is getting a lot more attention. And here on the Tate show, Tate Brothers, they have a show. And so we've got a guy here. I think his name's Jeff. Is his name Jeff? I think it is. I know Luke. His name's Luke. And this has got a big audience. This is reaching the reach of Pulsechain Hex, getting even broader. And so Luke was talking about his stuff, and then he gets into talking about Hex at the end. So let's listen to this little video. Big new audiences. These are really big audiences getting seeing Pulsechain Hex. So pretty awesome. Let's check it out.
About the external validation rather than internally validating myself and wanting to be proud of who I am rather than wanting to make other people proud of me and all that bullshit that does not matter. And now in my household, I'm famous for saying, why does it matter? This doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Any problem doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Whatever. I'm going to get through it. And I believe that my future is here. I don't believe I've even started yet. I believe that deep down to my soul. And it's not all because of this, man. And I don't want to suck this dick too much. I'm not P. Diddy, but I just want to show thanks where it's at. And I know that he's changing generations of people, and there's soft individuals out there. All you got to do is wake up and do something that's difficult. Do something that challenges you. Do something that scares you. Like, take all the money that you own and invest it in a crypto like Hex. You have no idea what's going to happen. And if it goes, do something that challenges you. Do something that scares you. Like, take all the money that you own and invest it in a crypto like Hex. You have no idea what's going to happen. And if it goes to zero, it goes to zero. But if it goes to the moon, I'm here, bro.
Good luck, friend.
Good luck.
Good luck. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
so there we go. That is from the Tate brothers. Love them, I like them. You know, obviously adult channel, but yeah, just the way it goes. Yeah, all the people in the chat there. Smash the likes, as we say. Smash the likes. So that's our lineup to today. So big shout out to Magic Carpet Ride, and of course, what terrific stuff. Everything, their marketing, their graphics, their staking looks pretty amazing, and multiple rewards from 2 chains and 2 chains as well. Pretty incredible. So looking good there from Magic Carpet Ride. Thanks for the ongoing support as always. Here's Magic Carpet Ride. You're most welcome. Let's stream soon. Absolutely, we'll get on, and you guys can talk about everything you guys are doing. So good. Hashtag family channel. Yeah. I can't. I don't edit the Tate Brothers channel, which is is what it is. It's a lads channel, really, isn't it? LFG says Brennan. Yeah. But really nice mention of Hex there on a huge audience. So people will check that out. Thank you, Hex Token. You're most welcome, MCR, and a great show, Super. Thanks, Archie. Appreciate that. Big shout out to you. Archie's been absolutely crushing it with Jacob's ecosystem protocols, and so. Really cool. A lot of intel. If you want to get a lot of intel about a lot of Jacob's ecosystem protocols, Archie posted it in our Pulsechain chat in our Discord all the time. So definitely get in on that if you're not. Now, obviously, you can join our Discord. The link's in the video description, including you can join Strategy Club as well. Discord is $5 a month, 16 cents a day, pretty cheap. And you get access to all the community, all the good information, all the early intel, get the advantage. And of course, we've got Strategy Club as well. We do pretty much around about weekly updates and sometimes a lot of informal updates on there for Strategy Club. It's $35 a month. That's multi-chains too. We're looking for really great protocols like X1, like top meme coins, like AI, and of course Pulsechain, and lots of cool stuff. So definitely join up to Strategy Club as well. Check my pulse coming in there a bit late, but good to see you. What's up, y'all? Check my pulse is amazing on X. He's really active, so it's always good to see you there. Hex Token Discord, there's the link. Definitely use that. Sandy Beach says, thank you, Hex Token. You're most welcome. Yeah, catch the replay. Absolutely. And don't forget, Sandy Beach has got her second phase of the squat challenge. So in February, she did press up challenge. March is going to be squat challenge, and day 3 is on. So you can follow Sandy Beach there on X and follow and do the squat challenge. You want to get those sexy legs, and that's how you do it. That's how you rock and roll. Get those strong legs so you can run around and play with the kids or something like that. Bob says awesome stuff every day. Hope you're all well. Absolutely, Bob. That's a great way to finish the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. One more time, let's play it out. As you guys know, take care. Enjoy the Magic Carpet Ride. On the Magic Carpet Ride, it's going to be epic this year. Everything is set to go. You guys are here early. You guys are going to be laughing yourself silly as we move in the bull market. Congratulations. And I will catch the rest of you again tomorrow. All right. Bye for now. Take care.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.